Have you been trying to get your website, web page, blog, products or business to rank in the search engines, especially Google, and have found it to be very frustrating and difficult? If you feel that you do not know what you are doing or have been looking for an easier way to rank on Google or any other search engine, this brief video review is for you. This video will be a brief review of the featured, the SEO Checklist by SEO Buddy, step-by-step SEO guide. Now, there are links below in the video description. If at any time you would like to go straight to the web page that you see on your screen, just click on those links provided below in the video description, so that you may see the featured, the SEO Checklist by SEO Buddy, step-by-step SEO guide information more in-depth, or follow along with me in this video, if you choose to do so. Now, when you click on the links provided below, you will arrive on the page that you see right here. We will briefly go over and touch on just a few of the main points of the page, points that we believe would be of most interest to you. So, when you get to the page that you see right here on your screen, you can see that the featured SEO guide is said to make SEO so easy that your grandmother could do it. Also, the featured guide is said to help you to get your website on the first page of Google, even if you're not sure what you're doing. Just briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll. Also, you can see here that there is a brief video here for you to watch, which is said to explain that the SEO checklist is said to be a step-by-step guide to every important SEO action you need to take to optimize your website and get more organic traffic, and more on what it may be able to do for you. Also, you can see here that there is said to be a 30-day free plan that you may want to look into. Just briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll through. You can take a look at more of the information in depth when you click on the links provided below in the video description that will take you to the page that you see on your screen. Now, we are going to get to the main points or information on what the featured SEO guide is said to have and be able to provide for you. And, as you can see here, the featured guide is said to be a proven system that helps you get the SEO results you've always wanted. The SEO checklist is said to be a collection of resources to help you get your website onto the first page of Google. You are said to get practical guides and proven methods that include everything you need to be thinking about. Just take a brief look here at more of the information as we briefly scroll through. Now, as we get to the portion of the page that says take a look inside, you can see here that there are a few videos that you are going to want to take a look at that are said to show you more of what you are said to get with the featured guide. Just take a brief look here, as we briefly scroll through. One of the main points that we want to go over here is that it is said that you get free updates and lifetime access. As you can see here, it is said that SEO is always evolving. While core fundamentals remain consistent, techniques that worked before might not in the future. So as Google evolves, so will the SEO checklist. So, it is said that when you buy today, you get lifetime access, that is said to include all future updates for free. Just take a brief look here, as we briefly scroll through. Once again, you can take a look at these details more in depth when you just click on the links provided below in the video description, so that you can visit the page that you see right here on your screen, and go over these specific areas carefully. So, now we will continue here. If you want to see some of the results of what can happen by using the featured guide, you can briefly take a look here at what are said to be proven results, as we briefly scroll through them here. Also, there is a brief background on the founder of the featured SEO guide, whose name is said to be Roman Brabant. Briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll. Now, there are two more main points that we want to briefly touch on, and the first of these are the frequently asked questions, and you can briefly take a look here at the concerns that people have, and how those concerns are addressed. Just briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll through. So, last but not least, is the point that there is said to be a 100%, 60-day, money-back guarantee that is said to come with your purchase of the featured SEO guide. Just briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll through. Don't forget to click on those links below to go to the page that you see on the screen, so that you may see all of the information in more depth. Now, don't forget to just click on the links provided below in the video description, to get to the page that you see here. Remember, that there is said to be a 100%, 60-day, money-back guarantee that is said to come with your purchase of the featured SEO guide. Just briefly take a look here, as we briefly scroll through. Once again, we would like to thank you for watching our brief video review. If you have found that the information presented here in this video was helpful and insightful to you, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. Remember to click on the links below in the video description to go to the page that you see in this video to get more information and see more. If you decide to choose the featured, the SEO Checklist by SEO Buddy, step-by-step SEO guide.